welcome back, YouTube land! We are continuing on. We are now on chapter 12, and we are going to continue. Chapter 12. 12:25 a.m. Time is advancing. It looks like the kidnappers have made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla. Not the minister's daughter. What's up, baby bear? Come here. Good boy. Come get pets. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. She cannot wait, apparently. I'm petting a doggo. Playing one-handed. I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted, that the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camilla! Why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. He must have a heart attack. Well, I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists, too. Like the kidnappers winding up in and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just a coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. Her father is still stupid, you are correct. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. Boom! Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Nerg! How can I believe in you? I am a realist. I don't know if they're vampires. They're weird, though. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. There is no death in this one. But we have a very, very interesting task ahead of us. Oh, you guys weren't here for that one. Oh no. Sol Keratin 8th, you guys are all going to get to see the Justice Minister's wife. And his kid. I pity you. It's complicated. Oh, why does my life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. You could have them check Lynn's house. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter? Good point. Good point. The Justice Minister is good. Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Woo-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Oh, look. Miss me? Inspector Campanella. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. Big ol' bow. Clip through your coat. Yep. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. I thought you might like to see him, so here he is. 'Cause here he is. Detective Jowd! Yeah, no, Detective Jowd, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. More numbers, you're right. Actually, he takes a turn because he learned something. Finally. Boop-ba-doo. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. Trick time! Let's check. What do they want me to do again? Doesn't really know that Jowd is innocent. She just believes it from the bottom of her heart. The execution and the kidnapping are real threats, and time marches on. I'll gather information and see if I can think of something. This all relates back to me somehow. I just know it. And H. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanela, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on, baby. I know, so no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty. And two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in? To the Justice Minister's office. Please notice where they are. If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. And isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons. So are all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles that they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Jowd! I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. Jowd, you are an idiot. But... Ghost. Can I talk to you, please? Pretty please. My poor Emily, is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla. Why is my dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute. Emily? Could that be Emily next door? Yes, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. Not me. My wife. It's complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. Oh, the minister's wife ran away on him. Maybe they grew apart, what with him being so busy. Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me in my own head. Yep, that one. That one. That one. That one. Hello, Jowd. Let's go. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened, something about a kidnapping. Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution. Tonight. Ha ha ha. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I'll die, and it's all over. Very simple. Jowd! Jowd! Why? It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla. What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself, I'm positive. No, it can't be! And, by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her, I'm the one who shot Amala. And when I'm executed tonight, that'll be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. You are an idiot. You are getting rid of her remaining family, you idiot, Jowd. Stop, this is just to make you feel better. Bah! For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. Eden, you dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Is it true, what Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know? We are going to start with the murder 5 years ago. To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife, Amala's birthday. She came home from work, and we came home from work, and she went in first. Bang! What was that noise? I had looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Amala and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to do. It made an impossible move. An impossible move. An impossible move. Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Right. That was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Cupid? It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. There was also no way for it to turn around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene, and I turned myself in. Adjustment? What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun, eh? Come to think of it. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. Isn't he a good detective? Isn't Jowd a good detective? I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Amala? I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. What, you mean? And the detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box, huh? I got a different murder weapon, ready to give the police my own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into the details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Powers of the Dead time! It's been 5 years since then. I've stopped thinking about it. I shot Amala. There was no other explanation. That's what I'd done. I'd convinced everyone of. Even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. Powers of the dead, right? That day in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple other people who know about these powers. Is there somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. Looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Yeah, 'cause you're a bad detective. Detective Jowd. There's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? And back we go. Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So, the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm gonna prove it. For Camilla's sake. That sounds wonderful. Hey look! Redemption! Partially. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where is that music box now? In Thameslink Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. He gets none. Yeah, no, you might actually be correct, Soul. He might not get any. Yet again, I say easy enough for you to say. Boop. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate? Shrugs. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped and I can't just go off and die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat. Just for you, baby. Then I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla, in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend. In more ways than one. I still want Ner to voice this character. How many death sentences? I don't know. I don't think I want to deal out death sentences for being a bad father, but damn, we have a high count. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Meow. Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Cabanara, why are you like this? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands! Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me. And especially not that low. In that case, can I have your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. Where are we headed? Oh, look! A chair. Out of nowhere. Because chair. He doesn't even sit in it properly. The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Did I mention Mr. Whitecoat needs a couple slaps, at least. 'Cause you notice he just bought them 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? Alright, who are we doing with first? I'm glad to see Detective Jowd fired up, but I feel like I'm under the gun. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it will be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. Got to do something about the kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from our detectable... from our capable detective, who is an idiot, but genius. Alright, most likely the minister won't stop the execution, as long as there's any small chance his daughter's the one who's kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? Break the chair. I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here. Right. But a telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change this situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. Key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is to have his wife and daughter. But how? I love their consistent... No, I don't want him. I don't want him. He's not helpful. Too fast. So, we were back here all of the way in chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. We were here all of the way back in chapter 4. Let's go see what we can do here now, shall we? Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Cough, cough. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jowd's heart. And the chance to turn it all around is right here, in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Oh, we are done? Oh dear. Short chapter, YouTube peoples. Please take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for joining. We are, Oh, Kierton Fox, you are doing good guesses. I can't answer that. Please drink water, take care of yourselves. We will see you back when you come back on YouTube land.